Senator Barrasso, do you believe that the bulk of the responsibility and the lack of action, as you say, should go to BP, or do you think it's now the federal government's responsibility?
Well, today in the Energy Committee hearing, the Secretary Salazar, the Secretary of Interior, said we've been on top of this and making the decisions from the beginning. But I think when the American people take a look at this in day 51 and they see the oil continuing to spew out, they're saying, is everyone helpless? What are the best ideas? And I had additional questions for the Secretary today about the moratorium, because I think that's going to be a second assault on the Gulf, with even by the department's own recognition, that's over 100,000 jobs that can be lost if they don't go back and continue to provide the energy for the people of the United States.
So you are opposed to the moratorium?
I am opposed to the moratorium, and I asked Secretary Salazar today about that. I agree with Senator Landrieu that even the temporary pause button is going to hurt the economy at a time that we're dealing with 9.7% unemployment in this country.
Senator Nelson, what's your view on the moratorium, the pause versus the stop?
Well, first of all, distinguish between the deep water drilling exploratory and the shallow. And the President has said keep doing the shallow 500 feet or less. Deep water, we sure better know what went wrong before we continue to do this, because we sure don't want to have another one of these things go off and fill the Gulf up all the more. And so that's why there's this investigation. My former colleague from Florida, Senator Bob Graham, is the co-chairman of this. We need to know what went wrong and what we do about it so it won't happen again before we allow those exploratory wells to go deep. Now, the production wells, they can keep going. We're talking about exploratory wells.
You're talking about the wells that are already in production. Leave them alone. No pause, no stopping.
There's not the drilling in those. They're already done.
All right. Now, Senator Barrasso, where do you come down on that distinction between those that are already already operating, versus those that haven't been drilled at all?
Well, I think that we ought to be able to continue all the production that's currently ongoing, but we also should not be pushing the pause button, because I think this is another assault on the economy and the impact of the people who live in this area in terms of employment, in terms of productivity.